Part 3. The Resonance. Indi Code 9. The Ripple Effect. As Kalen transformed internally, his external world began to reflect this shift. His company, once driven solely by profit margins, started to incorporate more ethical and sustainable practices inspired by Kalen's newfound values. His employees reported a more positive and fulfilling work environment. His personal relationships deepened. He reconnected with estranged family members, approaching them with an open heart and a willingness to understand. He attracted new connections that were based on mutual respect and authentic sharing, rather than superficial gain. Kalen realized that true power wasn't about controlling others or amassing external validation, but about the positive influence that radiated from a soul living in alignment with its truth. Indi Code 10. The Dance of Purpose. Kalen discovered that his true purpose wasn't a grand, singular mission, but the ongoing expression of his authentic self in all areas of his life. His passion for sculpting evolved into creating pieces that inspired contemplation and connection. He found joy in mentoring young entrepreneurs, guiding them not just in business strategy, but in cultivating inner resilience and purpose. He learned that purpose wasn't something to be found out there, but something to be uncovered within and expressed through his unique gifts and passions. It was a dance between being and doing, between honoring his inner world and contributing to the world around him. Indi Code 11. The Quiet Strength. The Kalen who now moved through the world was vastly different from the man who had first walked into Indi's shop. The restless energy had been replaced by a calm centeredness. The hollow ambition had given way to a quiet confidence rooted in self-knowledge. He no longer needed to prove his worth or seek external validation. His power came from within, from his deep connection to his soul's truth. He wasn't a preacher in the traditional sense, but his very presence, his authentic way of being, became an inspiration to those around him. People were drawn to his quiet strength, his compassionate wisdom, and the sense of peace that emanated from him. Indi Code 12. The Alchemist's Legacy. Years later, Kalen sat by a tranquil lake, the late afternoon sun warming his face. He was no longer the CEO of Nexus Innovations, having transitioned into a role that allowed him more time for his art and his mentoring work. His life was simpler, yet infinitely richer. Indi, now frail but with eyes that still held the wisdom of the ages, sat beside him. They didn't need many words. A shared understanding flowed between them. "You became the alchemist of your own soul, Kalen," Indi said softly. "You learned to transform the lead of fear and illusion into the gold of authentic power." Kalen smiled. The Indi Code was not a set of doctrines, but a living, breathing process of transformation. It was the journey of shedding the false to embrace the true, of deconstructing the ego to allow the soul to shine. And in that shining, he had found not just self-power, but a profound and enduring peace. Epilogue: The Unfolding Path. Kalen continued to walk his path, guided by the wisdom he had cultivated. He understood that soul transformation was not a one-time event, but a continuous unfolding, a lifelong journey of listening, learning, and aligning with the ever-evolving truth of his being. He occasionally encountered others who were lost in their own gilded cages, and with a gentle heart, he would share not answers, but the quiet invitation to begin their own excavation, to seek their own Indi. Whether that guide was an external mentor or the luminous wisdom waiting to be awakened within their own souls. The true power, he knew, was the courage to embark on that journey.